And you know what? Holy shit. Oh my god. It is raining and I am hiking. It's a lovely day in the Bay Area. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I have to pee so bad. And the review said there was a porta potty here, but I'm not able to find it. So I think I'm gonna have to have a natural way. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, okay. So whenever I see these, they remind me and take me back to my childhood. I used to eat these a lot on the street. Like they grow in my city in Turkey as well. I think they grow anywhere really. I actually need to check that out. Might be wrong, but they're a type of berry, and as long as they don't have like a bunch of pesticides on them, they are all good to eat. They don't taste super good, or they don't really taste like anything. It's a very subtle taste, but I like the crunch and everything. It's a little crunchy berry. The question is, where am I gonna pee? Oh my god, this is a pretty open space, so I really don't know how I can do this. We can go this way, but I guess we can also go that way. I'm gonna So I definitely should have gone to the bathroom at the retreat, but what happened was actually really weird. We were doing the first round of music, and it was like a 45-minute or so event, and right when it ended, the fire alarm started to go off, so the whole building was evacuated. And then the fire trucks came, and then we were just waiting to go back, and I kind of was like, I'm gonna go hike. So I mean, we had some more, like maybe 1 more hour left, but I was gonna wait. That was gonna take a while. I'm seeing some cypress trees over there. I believe they're cypress trees. They're very distinctive. Wow. Look at the view. We can go that way, or we can go this way. Let me check out this way first, and then we can come back. I mean, we're gonna come back either way because I'm seeing everybody like come back instead of, I don't think this loops back necessarily back to the parking lot. I mean, so yeah, I'm gonna explore for a while. I really need to find a spot to pee. Oh my gosh. An older gentleman at the parking lot was like, "You have a lot of faith." Like, what do you mean? He's like, it started to go down. You know, it's gonna rain today. But I was like, sir, I love the rain. He's like, are you prepared? I'm like, what do you mean prepared? I have a jacket on and it's really hot, to be honest with you, but it's kind of chilly, and I need to break my sweat first. then I can take it off. So close. I just peed, and immediately after I peed and like started walking down, someone came by. Guys, so close, like this close. Oh my gosh, I had to. Oh, that's really pretty. Hello.
Thank you.
Of course. Now I'm hot. Oh, my berry tree again. I forget their name. I can't even remember. I will not remember. I'm not even gonna try. It's a complete blank, but there was another warning sign for wasps and bees. However, it's another rainy day. They're not gonna bother me. So, yeah, it's a lovely day. All these sounds of birds or squirrels. Yeah, it sounds like there's something bigger always, but it's just some animals walking around. So cute. I don't know if you guys have seen Rosalia's new album, but I've been stuck there for days now. It's a masterpiece, and it also awakened something inside me. And I want to share a really interesting story. All my life, like, I had certain visions, and they would always come true, but some are so crazy that, like, I still have no explanation for them. And I am going to give one example for that that was recent. This was like a year ago, a bit more than a year ago. I was dating this person, and he was from, well, not originally from LA, but he grew up in LA, and one of his friends got into a car accident. And he was in the hospital, so him and his friend, mutual friend, they left one night to like make sure their friend was okay, and they like stayed there for a couple days. But the day they left, it was so sudden. I was like, oh, like, are you sure? Like, I'm sure your friend is gonna be okay. Are you sure you're gonna just like go? All of a sudden it's like a 6-hour drive, and then you have work and whatever, and I'm sure he's gonna be okay. And he was so mad at me. He's like, what do you mean? Like, this is my friend. He's in a really bad accident. We don't know if he's gonna wake up. Da, 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 da. Like, he was talking to some people on the phone. He wasn't there yet. Anyways, he was on the way, and I'm like, whatever. And I go to sleep, and I had a dream that night. I had a very vivid dream, and I was floating. I'm getting goosebumps like talking about this. I was floating, and I'm in this hospital. I see 2 females and 1 male. They were sitting at a bench, and then I go into another room, and I see my boyfriend with his friends, but they're all like black souls, okay? But I know who they are. And all of a sudden they go, "Oh, he's gonna be okay." And I saw them like jumping up and down in a way, but like with their souls, like out of joy, out of excitement. The souls were just going crazy. And I wake up, and then I called him, and I said, I didn't know how many friends he had with him. I didn't know how many people were there. I just knew that like him and his friend left that night to go to the hospital. I didn't know who these people are. I had no idea, okay? And I call him and I ask him, do you have like 2 people with you? And then is the family consist of 2 females and 1 male? And he was shocked. He was like, yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? And I tell him about my dream, and I was like, is he okay? And he's like, yeah, he's okay. How do you know that? So we had this crazy thing, and I was with them at the hospital dreaming, but I was like floating in space. That was my most recent one. It was a while ago, but other than that, I have a lot of visions about my ex-husband. Like, I would see where he is. I would see the paths that he's walking on or walking through. Like, things I cannot explain. And I still feel him. I have actually like more recent visions, but I can't confirm them. So that's why I don't know, but I know. I mean, I can feel him, which is really weird. That's why like I talk about relationships and connection a lot, because people don't get to have multiple partners. People don't get to fall in love multiple times. Life would be easier in that way, but we just don't. And these kind of connections, like when I'm still seeing visions about someone I haven't seen for 6 years, and I'm still like having the same pain, the same heartache, the same love. It's actually even more. And like the same grief. It's still the same heaviness. Like, it's still, the grief that I have still has the same heaviness for that, but not like for anyone else, if that makes sense. That's why it's like I know how I know what's real and what's not. But my knowing does nothing alone. You know, there's nothing I can do alone within relationships. They're all two-way. That's kind of what I wanted to share today. Yeah, let's continue. But I'm gonna walk back now, and I'm gonna go to the other side a little bit to see what's going on over there. Ooh, look at this mushroom. They're so beautiful. Wow. They're lovely. And there's some more here, but it's a different species. Hi. He just looked at me. I love woodpeckers. I've been seeing a lot of them lately. Who remembers Woody? Because I mentioned this before, when I was a kid, Woody was for the older generations, so it's already kind of old. If I'm not mistaken, it's from the 60s, so 60s or 70s, I think. And know that, holy shit, oh my god. Holy shit. There's 3 of them. I was gonna say, he can't be alone. There's 3 of them over there. Wow, that was too close. I have never encountered with coyotes. I'm shocked. He was so beautiful. I'm assuming it's a boy, but guys, this is my first coyote encounter ever. I've never seen them this close. I've never had one of them just like look up to me with those beautiful eyes. Was he just like seeing what I am? Because there were 3 of them, but the other 2 was like hiding. Wow. Honestly, my brain couldn't register for a minute. I was like, is this a dog? Is this, what's happening? You're a coyote. Why are you looking at me? Why are you so close to me? My brain froze. That is so interesting. What are you doing? Oh,